Hi there, I'm Mike, and I'm the All Hallows Geek, and welcome to what's probably going to be my biggest and possibly my last Halloween haul of the 2022 Halloween season. At least Halloween haul video. I'm sure there's still going to be some items I pick up at random, and I will share that, I'm sure, on social media. But this is going to be probably the last haul video, mainly because most of the stuff I've wanted that's going to be haul worthy or that's going to kind of make up an actual haul is pretty much said and done. We've gotten a couple months under our belts now here of Halloween hunting season for 2022, and I've pretty much grabbed most of what I wanted this year, aside from a few kind of bigger items that I'm hoping to get at some of the big box stores once those come to fruition. So today's haul is from actually a couple of those big box stores. So I do have some stuff from Target, a couple items from Walmart, an item from Sam's Club. And then in terms of other retailers, we're going to hit some TJ Maxx. We've got some home goods kind of leftovers. And I think, looking at all around me, I think that's it. So let's get into it. I'm going to kick it off with TJ Maxx because that probably, that was the jackpot for us. We actually went there a couple of weeks ago and they had pretty much a ton of the stuff that we've been wanting to get our hands on. So first and foremost, I picked up this Lego head container. This is basically to store Legos in, but it's the skull. It looks like a minifigure skull. This is something I've been actually wanting a long time. They had these, I think, a year or so ago, and I saw them online, but then they sold out, and I didn't get one. And then, lo and behold, TJ Maxx just happened to have one in their toy section for $10. So I picked this guy up. This was a score. Like I said, this is something I've been wanting. If you know me, I'm a huge Lego fan. Love building, love collecting. And this guy, while he does store Legos, he is probably going to be more a decor piece than anything, just because of how cool he is. So this was a really cool score that we picked up. And again, it was only $10 at TJ Maxx. All right, moving along. One of the other things we picked up was this candle. As you can see here, it's a cauldron. It does have a lid, so it's a candle. It has a lid inside. It has a green candle that smells, I don't know, it's called Love Potion. It's a soy blend candle. I can't really describe the scent. Maybe it's some hints of apple in there. But you know, if you've watched the last few hauls, we're suckers for witches, cauldrons, anything like that. We really like this candle. This was $9.99. Again, we picked this up at TJ Maxx. Pretty good score. And like I said, it doesn't smell too bad. What else do we have from the world of TJ Maxx? Oh, if you watched these last few haul videos that I've done, you've likely heard me talk about Ray Dunn. You've likely heard me tell you about how much I tend to not like Ray Dunn stuff. And yet, every single haul, I show you something from Ray Dunn and go, damn you, Ray Dunn, you've made a liar of me. Well, she's done it again. I think every single haul video I've done this year, I've picked up a piece of Ray Dunn merchandise. This time in the form of this Witch's Brew. And funny enough, I think everything we've picked up this year has been witch related. So I think it's been bowls that were Witch's Brew or Witch's Potion or Witch's something. So done, gone, got us with the witches type terminology. This was kind of cool though. So it's as you can see, it's just a basic cauldron, or is it? Because it actually lights up green. The words light up, the top lights up when you got the bubbles there. So this was kind of cool. This only set us back. What was the price on this? $10. I mean, for a light up thing like this that says Witch's Brew, I didn't think that was too bad. But again, Ray Dunn making me a liar, picking up another Ray Dunn item, even though I say over and over again, I don't care about Ray Dunn. I don't buy a lot of Ray Dunn stuff. Okay, this next trio of items was really... Actually, do I want to show you that? I'm going to show you something else first, and then we'll go to that. So the next thing we found at TJ Maxx is this book. So this is kind of the countdown calendar book that was released last year. That's Nightmare Before Christmas theme. It's the 13 Frights of Halloween, and it's essentially like an advent calendar for Halloween. You open it up, and inside there are all these little kind of pockets that have different things stashed inside of them. So I haven't opened any of it up. I was amazed that we found this in TJ Maxx with everything still inside of it. I don't know what your TJ Maxxes are like in your neck of the woods, but anytime we go to a TJ Maxx and there's something you can open and try and steal it or take it out, it's probably gone. But somehow this went unscathed, and all 13 items are still in their envelopes. I have not opened them, so I do not know what's inside. I'm sure, like I said, this came out last year, so you could probably find somebody who's posted what's inside of each of them. Just, fun little Nightmare Before Christmas themed treats. Not really treats, but like cards and artwork and things like that. It says there's more than 20 surprises over 13 days. We picked this up, I think that says $16.99. The price tag is a little worn, so it's hard to see. But when you think about, like, the reason I wound up actually getting this is the cover price of this was $25. So it's almost like getting it half off. And I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I didn't want to spend $25 on it last year because I didn't know what kind of stuff came inside of it. So this was a pretty good deal. $16.99 with everything inside of it, and the book isn't messed up. Definitely looking forward to seeing kind of what's inside of this whenever I decide to finally bust this out and kind of figure out what's inside. Okay, I teased you with the biggest score for us, and this is something that I had seen people post on Instagram over and over again, and every time I saw it I was like, damn it, our TJ Maxx never has these. Like, why don't they have these? When are we going to get these? Finally, last weekend, went to TJ Maxx, and lo and behold, they had all of them. Like, so what they are these bat bowls. These are from Coco and Lola, and they have bats. And again, if you've been following along all the haul videos, it's the year of the bat for us. And it's just these bat bowls. They come in 3 different sizes. So this is the smaller one that you'd have, cereal or soup or whatever the heck you want in there. Then you have a slightly bigger one that could be used as a serving bowl. And then you have kind of the big one, which is, kind of a bigger serving bowl. So in terms of prices, the way that this is broke down is the smallest one is $3.99. So like the one that if you wanted, soup or cereal or whatever as a salad bowl, $3.99. The middle size one is $6.99. And then you have your largest one, which was only $9.99. So honestly, the prices for these was really good. We wound up getting a set. I think we got 2 of the large bowls, like a few of the middle-sized bowls, and then I think 4 or more of the kind of soup bowls or cereal bowls, just to have kind of a set for us and our little family to enjoy over the holidays or the Halloween holidays, that is, if we wanted to have a spooky dinner. So that is those. That was a score for us. That was one of the things I didn't think we would find this year because people kept posting it and I just wasn't finding it. And we got really lucky. We got ourselves kind of like a full set of what we felt we needed for it. So I was actually really excited. I think the only thing similar that we haven't found yet, I've seen a set of plates that have like a witch's cottage on it that I have not seen yet. I think that's actually at Home Goods though, from where I've seen it. But anyway, got the bowl. So that was a score. The other thing that we got were these set of 3 LED candles. So these were really cool, and I'm going to try and tilt it so you can see it. There's 3 jack-o'-lanterns, and they're all the same size in this particular case. This was $16.99, and again, they're LED. So what's interesting about these is these are legit candles, like they're wax. On the shape of the jack-o'-lantern is actually a wax candle, but it uses LED, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see in there. Maybe a little bit, but inside there you can see it's got the LED lights inside of it. So it's not being lit by an actual candle. You're not going to melt these down, if you were burning them with an actual candle and wax or match, excuse me. So these were kind of cool. Interestingly enough, and this will help us transition to our next location, which is Home Goods. Interestingly enough, a week later, fast forward, and we found another set of similar candles, but this time in 3 totally different sizes. So you got the big guy, middle, and small. These were $19.99, so they were a little bit more. I do think the quality of these ones look a little bit better than the last ones, but similar face, similar style. And again, these are wax on the outside, but they're actual LED lights on the inside, so you don't have to melt them down, you don't waste them, come Halloween season. So that was kind of cool. So now I got a set of 6 jack-o'-lanterns of different varying sizes that we can display around the house, which I think is pretty freaking cool. All right, next piece we got was this. I mean, is this technically a mug? I guess it is. And it's this Ouija mug. So if you look at the top of it, it's actually got a lid. That's got a star on top. You've got all the letters, the alphabet, the yes, no, the goodbye, to look like a Ouija board. And then you have the planchette on one side that says yes, and a planchette on the other side that says no. So this was fun. My wife and I, if you've watched some of the other videos, you've seen occasional Ouija type stuff. That's kind of we dig that style, we dig that motif. And when we find something that's got Ouija that's not, cheesy looking or things like that, when it's kind of fun, we pick it up. So this was only $6 for this mug, and grab that. So that was kind of neat. The other thing we got, and we don't have a lot of this artist, but I know she's pretty popular among the Halloween community, is we got these microfiber drying mats from Joanna Parker. So if you can see there, it's got a Halloween print. Maybe I'll turn it this way, you can kind of see it a little bit better. It's just got this Halloween print, kind of an all-over print. It's got candy corns and moons and pumpkins and black cats and witch hats and spider webs, and you kind of name it, it's here in this print. These are only $7.99. It comes with 2, microfiber drying mats for drying your dishes, just putting in the kitchen. We thought this would be a fun addition to the kitchen. We want a kind of a witchy kitchen motif. This seemed to kind of feel right within that vibe with the black cats and witches and moons and things like that. So this was super fun, and for $7.99, we couldn't really pass up on that. So we picked that up, and that is going to wrap home goods. All right, next I think I'm going to do Sam's Club next. I got 3 items at Sam's Club. One of these items you actually might have seen me share on social media. There were 2 different styles, but we wound up picking up the one, and it was these plush backpacks. And we got the cat, these little purple kitty with the striped backpack. These are very much kid sizes, so just so you know, we didn't realize that when we got them. I mean, come on, it's for kids. But it's this plush backpack, and inside of it, it's not just the backpack. It actually comes with a bunch of treats. So this was actually kind of stuck inside there. It's got, a variety of candies. It's got Sour Patch, Airheads, Fun Dip, some Peeps, some cotton candy. And it actually comes with, kind of cool too, a Halloween flashlight, batteries included. For the kids. So this was kind of fun. I think, if you wanted to, there's glow sticks in here too. I didn't notice that. Also some glow sticks. So this is really if you wanted to get for your kids or your grandkids, just kind of like a treat bag for hey, here's something fun for Halloween. They could have their flashlight, they could have their glow sticks and all the stuff they could have for Halloween night. And then a fun little backpack to tote it all around in, or, share it later on. So we picked that up. The price of this was $24.98, I think it was the price on that one. We unpackaged this obviously, so I don't have the exact price, but I'm pretty sure it was $24.98. I know I put the price on Instagram because somebody asked me about it, so double check there if you're interested in that or want to know how much it costs. The next thing we picked up was the Hocus Pocus spell book. So this, I believe, is a recent release. I don't recall if this had come out before. Let me see if it has a published date on it. I'm not seeing one. Interesting. But anyway, picked this up. So it's just a fun Hocus Pocus book, $9.98, a guide to spells, potions, hexes for the aspiring Salem witch. So it's just, a fun little Hocus Pocus themed book. It's got different invocations and spells, all themed to Hocus Pocus. It goes a little bit more in depth than, just the cat spell to turn, Thackeray Binks into a cat. There's more in here for your Hocus Pocus spellbook. Sticking with that theme, we also picked up the new illustrated storybook of Hocus Pocus. Gris Grimley, who's an artist I've loved for a long time, he did the illustrations for this book. And if you want to get it at a good price, we got it at Sam's Club for $16.48. I think the cover price, let's see, what was the cover price on this? The cover price is $24.99. So again, this is like almost half price. So it's a steal. And again, incredible artwork by Gris Grimley. There's more on the back where you can kind of see the kids and the Sanderson sisters' house and everything. Just Gris Grimley is an incredible artist and one I've admired a long time. So when we saw this, definitely had to pick this up just because I loved the artwork. That wraps Sam's Club. Okay, where do I want to take you next? Do I want to take you to Walmart? Or do I want to take you to Target? That's the question. Let's go to Walmart. It's another kind of minimal haul. So at Walmart, I picked up this. I'm not big. What's interesting about this one is what got me for this is the vintage look for this. It wasn't so much the character itself. It was kind of the vintage vibe. So all it is this owl atop a moon, as you can see here. And I don't know what it was about this guy. You know, I don't collect owls. I don't collect moons. You know, if you've followed along for a while, you know, black cats and witches are my thing. I guess technically he kind of looks like an owl witch. But there was just the vintage vibe of this was just so fun. And it was only $5.74. And I haven't pulled the tab out of this yet, so I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to kill the battery. But it does light up, so the eyes inside and the mouth of the moon actually light up. This was just fun. They have a couple different styles. I don't recall what the other one was. I wasn't as impressed with it, but there's like two different ones in this style where it's something that lights up. It has a little figure on top. But grab this, $5.74. Not too bad. The other thing I picked up was this Halloween pillow. You guys know I'm a sucker for jack-o'-lanterns. And they had this pillow, so I had to pick him up. Just a small jack-o'-lantern pillow. It was only $6.98. And of course it's, you know, the jack-o'-lantern is stitched on a black, you know, fabric. So this is just a throw pillow. I mean, nothing fancy. I just really liked the style of it, kind of that vintage vibe. And actually sticking with the vintage vibe, the last thing I got at Walmart was this black cat yardstake. And it's just your basic yardstake, you know, goes in your front yard. But he's a kind of vintage black cat. Again, this is one they had a few different styles. I think there was also a ghost. I believe there's a jack-o'-lantern. But the black cat was really kind of the one that sold me. But yeah, so that wasn't too bad. And that was, I don't remember if I said the price, $6.24 for that one. So that was kind of fun. All right. Let's see what else. Oh, there we go. I almost forgot. I knew there was more Walmart, and I guess I'll save the best for last. I almost forgot these guys. So Walmart brought back its blow molds this year. And I picked this guy up. This is one of them. These are 1034. They're not your typical blow mold in the sense that, like, you know, the whole face lights up or anything like that. This is really just the eyes light up. You got these red LEDs that kind of light up. They released these last year. There's 3 different styles. There's the jack-o'-lantern, which I have here. There is also a black cat, which you can see here, who I also picked up. And his eyes light up green, as you can see. And then there's the vampire. So they're the same molds as last year that Walmart had. They had these same 3 molds. They changed the color scheme, though. So last year I bought the vampire and the black cat because I liked their color scheme last year. I wasn't as huge of a fan of the jack-o'-lantern. This year I picked up the jack-o'-lantern and the black cat because I liked the black cat and jack-o'-lantern's color scheme. Wasn't a huge fan of it. Like, the vampire wasn't enough that I really was like, oh, I need to have this and another color scheme again. So I picked those guys up. So those were kind of a fun addition. Again, if you didn't get these last year, keep an eye out for them. They're only $10.34. And again, they've got all 3 all over again. So if you missed out on one last year, you can pick it up. The only thing you need to be aware of, obviously, is it is a different color scheme than last year. They're not using the same color schemes as last year. All right, let's close it out with some Target fun. And I'm going to start with a few items from the dollar spot. So first and foremost, we picked up these towels. I'd been looking at these every time we went to Target, and I'm like, do I need these? I don't really need these. And then they happened to be there again the other day, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to get it. These are fun. It just lists off like every spooky thing you could think of for the Halloween season. I love that there's no mention of Halloween. Not that there's anything wrong with Halloween, but if you're like me and you want to incorporate spooky stuff into your decor or your home year round, obviously it kind of kills it when it says Halloween. So there's no mention of Halloween here. It's just all the spooky things we love. It does come with a second towel that's just a striped towel, so nothing fancy. We picked up a couple of these, so we have them year round. And again, these were in Bullseye's Playground. This was only $5 for the pair, which wasn't too bad. The next thing we bought from the Bullseye's Playground. So if you watched my last haul video, you probably saw that I purchased a door. Of all the random things I could purchase at Target in the dollar spot, or Bullseye's Playground, excuse me, I purchased a door. Just a spooky looking castle door. It's decorative. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Well, because I wanted to continue with that theme, and Target continues to provide me with things to continue that theme, I got a window. And I don't know, you're getting the ring light pretty hardcore, and I don't want to blind, I could shine it in your eyes and blind you. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It's a window. Up in the, basically all through here, which again, I don't think you can see it, is a spider web. So it's basically just a spider web window with a spider hanging in the web, and it's a mirror. It's another one of those items where I bought it. I don't know what I'm going to necessarily do with it yet. But I just kind of dug the aesthetic of it, and I was like, all right, we're going to get that. So we picked a couple of these. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I feel like I could use it for some sort of decor at some point. This is another $5 item. And again, this was in Bullseye's Playground. You're not going to find this with the rest of the Halloween stuff. It's going to be up front. But that was kind of fun. Moving into the store, my Target is finally starting to get some stuff in, or at least a couple. We kind of live equidistant between, two different Targets. So we've been kind of bouncing back and forth between the two, hoping that they get more in. Thankfully, they have started to get some of the stuff in, and they did get some of the Threshold stuff, the Threshold brand at Target. So we picked up these kind of stoneware plates. There's 2 of them. So we picked up the jack-o'-lantern. You know me. I love a good jack-o'-lantern. So we picked up the jack-o'-lantern, and we picked up the black cat. Now there's a couple other styles here. They have another black cat with a jack-o'-lantern. They also have a raven. We got lucky and got these 2. They didn't have very many more. They had tons of ravens. They had tons of the black cat with the pumpkin. They didn't have very many of the jack-o'-lantern or this black cat. So my hunch is, based off that, these are the popular ones you're going to want to keep an eye out for this year. These were only, I think, were they $3.99, I think, for these, which is a better price than we paid last year, or when we looked at them last year. That's kind of what turned us off last year. I think they were a little bit more, or at least when we scanned them, they showed up a lot more, and we were like, I don't know that I want to pay that. But this year they had a much better price tag, and we really liked the artwork on them, so we picked them up. So again, if you missed out on them last year, this is one of those instances where they're bringing some of the stuff back, and hopefully you can get your hands on it. All right. Deeper into the store we went, and one of the other areas that they had set up is the kids' book section actually had a bunch of their Halloween titles out. And this one caught my eye. This one looked so fun. And it's called Gustavo the Shy Ghost. And I just skimmed through this in the store. Well, here, I'll read you what's on the back. It says, Gustavo is a ghost, a very shy one. More than anything, he wants to make a friend. What kind of caught my eye with this one, like other than the artwork, I was like, oh, that looks fun. It's kind of got a Dia de los Muertos kind of motif to the front. You got a little ghost who is super fun. And I was like, and again, reminding you all, I do collect children's Halloween books. So if I find something new or something that stands out like this does, I definitely pick it up and kind of check it out. So I was flipping through it, and there was basically one of the things I thought was kind of neat is it talked about how there was like this super cute monster, and he really liked her, but he was too shy to talk to her. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. Like, this looks like a fun book. So I picked it up. It's $17.99. We got it at Target. I'm sure you can probably get it anywhere books are sold. But yeah, it's called Gustavo the Shy Ghost by Flavia Z. Drago. So fun, super fun book. If you're like me and you're into kids books, seek this one out. Like I said, Target obviously has it, but you can probably get it anywhere books are sold. Amazon, you name it. I'm sure they've got it. Okay. I'm going to kill you with cuteness, and apparently make a really weird noise in the process, to end this video. So the one Target that we went to did have some of their Halloween decor out, which was a pleasant surprise. If you follow me on Instagram, you likely saw some of the reels I posted that showed what they had on shelves. What you didn't see, because I grabbed him before I shot the video, was this little guy. He is a bat warbler, and if you want to know what a warbler is, it is this. So he does that. I think it's adorable. It kind of reminds me of the Geico pig. If you remember the Geico commercials where they had the pig with the pinwheel and he'd hang out the window and he's like, wee, wee, wee. Like, that's kind of what he reminded me of. He was just adorable. We had to pick him up. He was, let me give you a price so I don't forget. He was, I thought it had, oh, there it is, $10. So $10 for a little, I'm guessing, I'm not sure what he's made of. I don't know if this is rubber or silicone or what, but he's squishy. They had a few other designs of these. There was a skull. I don't know what the skull did because the poor bastard had his head bashed in at the Target we went to and wasn't working. So I don't know what he did. I think there might have been some pumpkins and things like that. But the bat, again, it's the year of the bat for us. If it's apparently everything bats, it's all about the bats. So we picked up the bat. So $10. That rounds up this Halloween haul. Again, this will probably, unless Target or Walmart blows me away with the rest of the stuff that they put out in stock, this will probably be my last haul. If you want to see anything else I pick up, through the rest of the season, please make sure you're following All Hallows Geek on Instagram. That's likely where I'll post it. I know we're still trying to get the complete set of the potion bottles from Target from Bullseye's Playground. We've got most of them. I think we're still missing 2. So once we get the complete set, I will post that. There are a few more blow molds at both Walmart and Target that I haven't found yet and haven't been able to get. I will definitely be sharing those because they're definitely on my list this year. And then anything else kind of random that maybe picks up. But that is it for this haul. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining me through this Halloween hunting season as I've been posting these videos. Again, this isn't the end. This is probably just the last video here on YouTube. So make sure you continue to follow along at All Hallows Geek over on Instagram. There will be plenty more Halloween fun to come. Of course, I'll also still, be continuing stuff on the channel with This Week in Eek every week. So make sure if you're not already, you're subscribed. Keep up on all things, spooky through the Halloween season. This is a 24/7, 365 Halloween channel. This is what I do. I live the spooky life all the time. So even though these hauls are done, there's still plenty of spooky fun to be had. I hope you'll continue to join me. Until next time, keep it creepy.